we're gonna do more.
What do you think of the reception from Tesla?
The perception, I think, it's like you either love it or hate it. You know, that's one of those experiments. That was like my Yeezus. You know, funny, ironically, Kanye helped me with that album.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he came out to Berlin.
Do people know that?
Nah, people don't know that. Kanye, Virgil, Dave Chappelle, Mos Def.
What was they doing?
I was just working on my album, and MGMT came in. They helped produce, and yeah, they was just helping me, you know, curate the album. Yeah, it'd be like, yo, you know, ASAP Forever. He was just like, nah, you should change this, change that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was dope. Flew out there, flew the whole Adidas staff. It was an experience, man. Like, word. Wow. They helped with that album. I think my cult following, I think they get it. You know, they love it.
100%.
I don't want to put out nothing that's fucking contemporary. I don't want to put out nothing that sound right. They be mad at me for that because they know how easy it is for me to get on a song and say what they want me to say. But what I choose to do with my art, you gotta appreciate.
What are you without change? You know what I mean? You gotta grow.
Listen, I look at it like this, bro. Like, I'm just keep it a buck, man. Like, I feel like if I listen to what everybody tell me to do, I'm gonna be fucking confused, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
ASAP Rocky hit the nail on the head when it came to that. Was testing definitely a different direction from what everybody expected, comparing it to the Kanye's Yeezus? Absolutely. Was it too far ahead of its time like Yeezus? No. I personally don't think so. Now let's take a step back all the way to 2018. We're gonna look at the commercial aspect of testing for right now. During this time, Drake just got done dropping his diss against Push. Everyone's waiting for his response. You got all the fan bases, all the media outlets going crazy. Rumor about a hidden son are going into the limelight now. If you weren't paying attention early 2018, late 2017, you could probably, you know, if you did your fair amount of research, you were able to find out that he had a son. But anyways, this is all being brought back, potential Adidas line. So this is overshadowing a lot of ASAP Rocky's press, you know, his grand release that was going to be coming up. And when it finally dropped, it was for the most part a negative reception. Of course, you got his hardcore fan base saying, oh, this album is too far ahead for its time. You guys just don't understand ASAP Rocky. You guys just don't get the album. No, it wasn't good. At least for me, it wasn't good at the beginning. Now, to look at the numbers, first week, 75,000. Debuted at number 4 at the Billboard. Got beat by Pusha T. Pusha T did, I want to say, a couple thousand more. And if you're curious about who hit number 1, it was Shawn Mendes. ASAP Rocky should have hit number 1. There's no reason Shawn Mendes should be beating ASAP Rocky. Well, besides that, the previous album, At Long Last ASAP, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard. 146,000 first week sales. So after 3 years of waiting, you would assume ASAP Rocky, you know, dropping off a couple features here and there, the Cozy Tape series, that he will gain in popularity. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Now, looking at the album, before it officially dropped, we had Bad Company being a lead up to the album release. Blockboy JB, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear his verse on that. But besides that, it was average, maybe a little bit less than average. I was like, all right, this feels like a throwaway. Then here we are, big release. Before we start looking at the track list, and then we see some big names, you know, Kid Cudi, Frank Ocean, Kodak Black, and you know, Juicy J. Everybody else has their opinions, but big names right there. And it was just a steady decline, track after track after track. First they listened to it, didn't like it that much. And then after a couple listens, I slowly started getting some tracks that stood along. Of course, Purity, that was more relaxing. OG People was alright. Guns and Butter with Juicy J was an absolute banger. Now, of course, during this time in this growing up, I had my boy hitting me up. He was like, yo, you know, he was listening to testing. He said, it really ain't that bad. Drop me a couple tracks to, you know, listen to again. And I was like, yeah, you know, so I was talking to him back about a couple tracks. But what really made me appreciate the album was definitely the music videos. Now, I know A$AP Rocky, for the most part, directed some of these music videos, but he's also had help. I don't know the names of the other directors at the moment. But it gave me an appreciation for the track. Having the music videos sort of being my primary focus, and then the tracks being sort of like a soundtrack to it. Now, to go through the album a little bit, Distorted Records, we're not gonna talk about that. That's a waste. ASAP Forever, we all love ASAP Forever. If you don't, you should probably just exit the video right now. 2020 is fuck Sleep with FKA Twigs. It was hazy. That's the best way I could describe it. You know, nothing too bad. Laid back too. Praise the Lord. We all love Praise the Lord. Call Draft with Kodak Black. If that's enough for a feature, that was disappointing. Expecting more than a phone call from Kodak. Brother Man, usually when I see French Montana on a feature, it's like, yeah, I really could care less, but I didn't mind it too much. As far as being an artist, the direction, there really isn't a sense of direction here, which doesn't mean it's a bad sign. ASAP Rocky is at a crossroads. He's experimenting with new sounds, and I feel all of this eventually pays off for a following up track that he dropped after the album, which is Sundress. If you guys still haven't checked it out, you know, if you're not an ASAP Rocky fan, I assume you haven't checked out, you know, some people still sleep on him. Go check that out. Amazing music video as well, sampling Tommy Impala. But aside from that, he's ambitious. I can see that. You know, he doesn't really pay attention or cater to what certain fans or even just mainstream casuals want. He wants to head in his own way. Now, of course, I feel some aspects of the album were a bit on the dreamy side with the instrumentals, and I give him credit for the highs, but unfortunately the album just had too many lows for me to fully invest in. Now, but ultimately it's just an album that after 2 years I completely understand and I get it, and it's just grown so much. No, you know, a couple tracks have gone on to me to where I can, you know, say, hey, that's a dope ASAP Rocky track, but even 2-3 years from now, I don't feel this is an album that's gonna get any higher. I honestly feel it might even age a bit less. So there was still too much filler, and that's a lot to say, because at today's time, 15 track album, that isn't too much. You have artists dropping 18 plus dropping a deluxe, which doesn't work out in some ways. Nav, but of course we got people like Lil Uzi that's been able to have a deluxe album and actually add something substantial. That's not too long. Start branching off or anything too crazy like that. But that's my 2 cents. My fault if it's a little bit everywhere, not as much in depth as I would like it to be. Still practicing these video structures, you know, all that good stuff. I'll probably drop something else on the story, see what kind of video you guys want. I got probably 2 or 3 more videos that I haven't uploaded yet. They're just sitting, so I might upload that. I think I was having some audio issues with one of them, probably why I did it. But drop a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys want to hear. I'm out.